For many people between the ages of 60 and 85, the thought of ending up in a nursing home is enough to spark real anxiety. There's something deeply unsettling about the idea. It feels like surrendering the life you've worked so hard to build. Like closing a chapter before you're ready, being reduced to a room, a schedule, and a routine that you didn't choose. But the world is changing, and so is aging. Today, growing older doesn't have to mean losing your freedom or your sense of self. There are more options now, real, practical, meaningful alternatives to nursing homes. And for many older adults, these alternatives are offering not just more comfort, but more dignity, more connection, and more control over how life is lived in this next stage. Staying in your own home with a little bit of support has become one of the most popular and empowering choices out there. Instead of uprooting everything, many seniors are simply choosing to stay put, right in the homes they know, the ones filled with memories, comfort, and familiarity. But they're doing it smarter, with in-home care that fits their needs. Not because they can't be alone, but because they want to live better. Getting help with things like grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning, or managing medications isn't about weakness. It's about preserving energy and reducing stress, so life can be enjoyed. Aging doesn't mean losing independence. Sometimes it's about redefining it. For older adults, being able to sit in their favorite chair, tend their own plants, or watch the morning light hit the same wall it's hit for 20 years can make all the difference. The psychological benefits of aging at home are real. People who stay in their own homes as they grow older often report stronger mental clarity, fewer depressive episodes, and a deeper sense of emotional well-being. Familiarity creates comfort, and comfort can become a foundation for stability and peace. Take someone like Margaret, 78, who has a little trouble with her knees and sometimes forgets her pills. She doesn't need a facility. She needs a bit of assistance. A home aide visits 5 times a week, helping her stay on track while she continues to enjoy the life she's built. She reads the newspaper in the morning, does her puzzles, and has Sunday coffee with her neighbor. Her life is still hers. The key is that in-home care can evolve with her. What starts as light support can grow as needs grow. It's a flexible system designed to serve the person, not control them. Living with family has also become a much more thoughtful and dynamic choice. We often imagine this as moving in with children and feeling like a burden, but that's not how it has to be. More and more families are reimagining what it means to live together. Seniors aren't just moving into their kids' spare bedrooms, they're moving into custom setups, converted garages, finished basements, or small guest houses with their own entrances, kitchenettes, and privacy. It's not about being dependent. It's about creating an interdependent environment where everyone contributes and everyone benefits. These multi-generational living arrangements often foster deep emotional connection. Seniors feel included, not isolated. They help with grandkids, share wisdom, and become part of daily life in meaningful ways. It brings purpose, which is something everyone needs at any age. But for it to work, boundaries are essential. Respect for space and independence has to go both ways. The most successful family setups start with open, honest conversations about needs, schedules, shared responsibilities, and the kind of support that's welcome versus the kind that feels intrusive. When done thoughtfully, this living style can offer emotional safety, cost savings, and a sense of shared resilience. Consider James, 81. After his wife passed away, his daughter invited him to live in a converted apartment above the garage. He has his own kitchen, his own schedule, and all the independence he wants. But he also has dinner with the family when he chooses, watches his grandson's baseball games, and never feels isolated. His relationship with his family grew stronger, not because they lived together by default, but because they built something that worked for everyone. Another powerful alternative to nursing homes is aging in place with smart home modifications. This isn't about stubbornly refusing help. It's about planning ahead so the home supports you as your needs shift. Small changes can make a huge difference. Grab bars in the bathroom, non-slip flooring, stair lifts, walk-in tubs, and improved lighting. These updates aren't about giving in to age. They're about staying ahead of it. Technology is also playing a big role. From voice-controlled assistants to medication reminders and home monitoring systems, seniors are now able to live alone, with more security than ever before. These smart tools don't replace human connection, they supplement it. They reduce stress, prevent accidents, and provide peace of mind for both seniors and their loved ones. Take Linda, 79. She had a fall that scared her. At first, she was reluctant to make changes. She didn't want her home to feel like a hospital. But after updating her bathroom, adding smart lights, and setting up a medical alert system, she found herself more confident, more independent, and less afraid. Aging in place with thoughtful planning can restore control, not take it away. There's also a rise in independent living communities, and they're not what they used to be. These aren't facilities or nursing homes. They're neighborhoods designed specifically for active older adults who want freedom, but also a little support when they need it. You get your own apartment or cottage, but you also get optional services like meal plans, transportation, social events, and on-demand help. You're not being watched, you're being supported. And the real value is the community. Loneliness is a quiet threat to seniors. These communities replace it with companionship, shared experience, and a vibrant social environment. What makes these communities special is that they're designed with intention. Some focus on nature and wellness. Others center around the arts, education, or fitness. It's not about fitting into someone else's mold. It's about choosing a space that matches your interests and lifestyle. People like Ron, 78, have found new joy in these places. After years of living alone, he moved into a community with walking trails, a woodworking shop, and a film club. His days are filled with things that give him purpose. He still cooks his meals and runs errands, but now he does it with a spring, in his step and friends to share it with. And then there's the incredible potential of intergenerational communities. These aren't traditional senior neighborhoods. They're shared living environments where people of all ages live side by side. Teachers, college students, single parents, retirees, all coexisting, helping one another, learning from one another. This isn't about dependency. It's about exchange. It's about giving and receiving in ways that remind everyone they matter. For someone like Joan, 76, who moved into a shared community near a university, the rewards were unexpected. She runs a poetry group every week. In return, the students help with groceries, tech problems, and conversation that brings a new kind of energy into her life. These neighborhoods are built to foster interaction: gardens, cafes, activity rooms, shared meals. They break the silence and create a living rhythm that's about belonging. And the health effects are real. Studies show these communities help seniors live longer, stay mentally sharper, and feel more emotionally fulfilled. In return, younger generations grow up more compassionate, more connected, and more respectful of aging. This isn't a throwback to the past. It's a leap forward into a more human way of living. The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to how we age. But there are choices, real, empowering, thoughtful choices that let people keep living fully on their own terms. You don't have to settle for less just because you're growing older. You've earned the right to decide what the next chapter looks like. Whether it's staying home with support, joining a vibrant community, or living near family in a setup that respects everyone's boundaries, the key is to choose with intention. You've lived too much life to hand over your freedom without a say. Ask yourself what matters most to you: comfort, familiarity, connection, independence? Whatever your answer is, there's likely a better way to get there than the traditional path. And when you find it, it doesn't just change how you live. It changes how you feel about getting older. As we continue exploring better alternatives to nursing homes, let's talk about something a little more modern: aging in place with the Help of smart home technology. Staying in your own home doesn't mean you're stuck in the past. In fact, many seniors today are living more safely, more independently, and more confidently, thanks to the quiet power of modern tools designed specifically for aging adults. The reality is that technology isn't just for the young anymore. It's being used to protect, support, and empower older adults who want to live at home but may worry about safety, memory, or medical emergencies. And the best part? These tools are becoming easier to use and more affordable than ever before. Let's start with fall detection. A big fear for many people aging at home is the possibility of falling and not being able to call for help. In the past, the only option was to wear a bulky pendant or bracelet that had to be pressed in an emergency. But now, newer systems use discrete sensors that can be placed around your home. No wearing required. If a fall is detected, they automatically alert emergency contacts or services. There's no shouting for help, no need to reach for a button. It's fast, quiet, and effective. It offers peace of mind not only for the person living at home, but also for their children and loved ones who might worry from afar. Then there are smart medication reminders. Forgetting to take medication on time can lead to serious problems, especially when managing chronic conditions. With today's technology, you can get gentle voice reminders from smart speakers, or even use a pill dispenser that unlocks only when it's time to take your dose. If you forget, a notification can be sent to a family member who can check in with a simple call. It's not intrusive, it's helpful. These systems create a safety net without hovering, allowing you to stay in control while making sure nothing slips through the cracks. Lighting is another area where technology makes a huge difference. Motion-activated lights that turn on automatically when you walk into a room, especially at night, can prevent falls. No more fumbling for a switch in the dark. No more tripping on rugs or bumping into furniture. These small adjustments can have a huge impact on confidence and mobility. Smart thermostats also help by keeping your home at a comfortable temperature, so you're not waking up freezing or overheating in the afternoon. Even smart refrigerators can now remind you when food is going bad, helping you stay safe without second-guessing what's in the back of the fridge. What's important to understand is that these tools aren't about replacing your independence. They're about protecting it. When you know your environment is working with you, not against you, you're more likely to stay active, stay sharp, and stay positive. And that's what aging in place is really about. It's not just physical, it's emotional. Feeling capable changes everything. You walk taller, breathe easier, and live better. Harold, who's 81, is a great example. After his wife passed away, his son was concerned about him living alone. They installed a few smart devices, a voice assistant, some motion detectors, and a medical alert watch. Now Harold still lives in the same house he's been in for decades. He listens to jazz in the morning, checks the weather with a simple voice command, and never has to worry about what happens if he slips in the shower. His family checks in less out of worry and more just to talk. That's a win for everyone. Another option that's becoming more popular and arguably more joyful is moving into intergenerational living communities. These aren't traditional senior developments. These are vibrant, shared neighborhoods where older adults live alongside people of all ages, young professionals, families with kids, college students, and fellow retirees. These places are designed to promote natural connection, shared gardens, community kitchens, co-working spaces, walking trails, and activity rooms that bring everyone together. The idea is simple. Instead of aging away from the world, what if you stayed in it? Living in a community where different generations share space creates mutual support. You might help a single parent watch their child for an hour while they run an errand. In return, they might help you carry groceries or drive you to an appointment. It's not charity, it's community. For the younger people, your presence brings wisdom, stability, and a sense of continuity. For older adults, being surrounded by energy, laughter, and the rhythms of everyday life keeps the heart and mind alive in ways that can't be replicated in isolated settings. Joan, 76, moved into one of these communities in Oregon. She's now surrounded by high school students, artists, and young families. Once a week, she hosts a poetry circle in the community room. The students call her Miss Joan and help her figure out her smartphone and tablet. She, in turn, listens to their stories, cheers them on, and offers the kind of grounding presence many of them never had from their own grandparents. She says she hasn't felt this alive in decades. And the science backs her up. Seniors in these communities report lower rates of depression, slower cognitive decline, and a stronger sense of purpose. These types of environments don't just benefit individuals, they strengthen society. They promote empathy, understanding, and resilience across generations. They remind everyone that aging isn't something to hide away or dread. It's a natural, beautiful part of life, and it belongs in the center of things, not on the sidelines. As we bring everything together, here's what matters most. Getting older doesn't mean giving up control, dignity, or joy. It doesn't mean signing away your days to routines that don't serve you. Whether you choose in-home care, a smartly designed home, family living with clear boundaries, or an inspiring community, the point is this: you deserve to age on your terms. Don't let outdated ideas about aging or fear of decline steal your hope. You've spent a lifetime building a life that matters. You've earned the right to choose how the next chapter unfolds. That might mean staying where you are, right in the comfort of your own home. It might mean moving somewhere new that inspires you. Either way, it should be your choice, not something decided for you. The truth is, the best path forward doesn't always come with a label. It comes with a feeling, a sense of peace, a sense of this feels right. Maybe it's sitting in your garden with a cup of tea and knowing you're safe. Maybe it's having neighbors who greet you by name and a fridge that helps you eat well. Maybe it's knowing that if you need help, it's just one call or one button away. So take a moment. Think about what makes you feel free. What gives you energy? What helps you feel most like yourself? Because the future of aging isn't about institutions, it's about intention. And you have more power in that future than you might think. We hope this conversation helped open your mind to what's possible. If something here sparked a thought or made you feel understood, we'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you're taking away from this video. Your feedback helps us continue creating meaningful, useful content for this community. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. And if you know someone who's facing these choices or who just needs to know they have options, please share this video with them. A better future starts with one informed decision at a time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.